Hi, Juliette. It's Daddy. I thought I'd leave a message for you that just walk down memory lane. I know that teenage girls don't want to be reminded what they did when they were a little girl. It might be embarrassing to them, but when your mother left me, and remember, I never wanted to split up with your mother. I wanted us to be a family. I wanted to be there every day for you. When you got up and went to school, when you came home, my world was shattered uh, because I lost your mother, and I lost your mother's whole family, really, except your grandma who lived with you till you were in sixth grade, but um, and occasionally Mary, but uh, I considered all the rest of them as well as my family, and I liked all of them. I really did. And but be that as it may, from the time your mother left me till the time uh, I stopped her from going to Florida, it was a wonderful time. I mean, from the time you were 3 till the time you were 11, I took you to Disney World every single year. I could have, and I think I did for the first year, date other women, try to see about a new relationship. And then I thought, well, what am I going to do? Get married for the third time? Marry somebody who already has kids? Start another family of my own? I could have done that, but I chose to said I'm going to devote every free moment and every all my money that I have. And back then I was working and I was making some pretty good money too, to the happiness of my daughter. To dedicate my life to you. And maybe you can look at it in terms of I spoiled you, But I don't look at it so much that way, in the fact that you never really asked for much, except for My Little Ponies. I must have bought about 500 My Little Ponies and took you to see the little show live twice. I took you to see Dora the Explorer, the Disney Princess on Ice, uh, the circus at Madison Square Garden, every Thanksgiving, almost every Thanksgiving parade, uh, Hershey Park, Rye Playland. You've got to remember all those visits to Rye Playland. Um, and to the movies all the time for ice cream runs. Um, no one can ever take that away from me. Those years are mine and mine till the day I die, and they're yours too. And we used to go to the Palisades Mall, and when you're a kid, you say, it's cute the way you say things. You called it the P Mall, because there was a giant P on the outside of it, the letter P. And I remember the time they were forced to make you buy these cups, and I didn't want to. And you used to chew on the corner of your jacket like that. And on the other side it says, I love you this much. Now, I know, it's something I picked out. And at Rye Playland, remember that little roller coaster? They had a little kids park in Rye's Playland, and you and I went on the Ferris wheel together. And you were with this other kid. I don't know who the kid was. And they always took a picture and made you buy something. And of course, I ended up buying it. And on the other side, it's the same company. I love my daddy this much. But I have these things to remember you by. There was a time when your Aunt Lila gave you a giraffe puzzle, and we lost the pieces. And I was sort of searching online where the giraffe puzzle was, and I couldn't find it. I came up with this giraffe song, and it was by this French woman and this English man that they're for kids, and in the age of where everybody knew Barney and Dora the Explorer and all this other stuff. This was a strange European combination, and I'll know you remember it, called Bua and Kwa. And then we learned all the songs that they sang together, And I think, we were so happy together discovering this and going to the website and singing the songs. Um, and it was something we had our own. No other kid in your school or hardly any kids in America knew who Boo and Koala were, and it's nice to own something that's different, that that uh, that is very unique, and I'm glad that we had and shared. You made me feel like uh, a child again, and I was like enjoying a second childhood by doing all those things with you. And I was at Disney World. I didn't care if I had to stand and wait 3 hours on the line to take you on a ride. And I'll tell you something. The very first year I took you to Disney World, I could not stop talking about Space Mountain, the great indoor roller coaster. And there's other roller coaster, the mountain train one and everything. And there were some height requirements on some of them. And God knows that you were just a half an inch short for Space Mountain, and we practiced you standing on your tippy toes. And so we got there, and the woman said, no, she can't go on. And you cried your eyes out, and that broke my heart. And I was torn to pieces. I say, we'll show them. Come on, we'll go on that other roller coaster, the mountain train one, over and over again. We'll, and then you come back next year. And we came back the next year, and you were tall enough, and we said, you're a big girl now, and no one's ever going to stop you from going on Space Mountain again. And then years later, we went and found that Yeti one in the Animal Kingdom, and there was one year you almost got me a little angry because you were into these Webkins, and you seemed to like them, more interested in them, shopping for them, than you were going to the Disney World park. And I remember we found some store way far away, and we missed our flight coming back and had to stay right there in the airport, in a hotel in the airport, because we missed our flight because we bought a Webkins. There was nothing I wouldn't do for you. I would give my life for you. And even though I haven't seen you in 2 years, all you would have to do is say, Daddy, I need you. Daddy, I want you. And I would be there for you, For any adults listening, this is not me trying to say, well, I did all these great things that makes up for me doing something bad. No, I didn't do anything bad, at least not to the degree that Lori says I did, and I didn't deserve to be separated from my child. Think about it. Think about being separated from your child, how that must feel. And think about the fact that you didn't do anything bad enough to warrant that. And the fact that the person who did this to you, even when it's all over, won't give you a second chance. Juliette, you gotta give people in life a second chance. Everybody makes mistakes. We went to Cleveland, Rock and Roll Museum. We went to Pittsburgh and saw a stadium. I took you to 2 art museums. No one can ever take that away from me. And if it seems almost like your mother now never wants me to see you again, and I don't understand why, because I don't understand how your mother thinks, why she was so good all those years, and then when I stopped her from going to Florida, everything changed, and it's a tragedy, and I hope I'll see you again someday. But think about all those things, and actually you sang the Christmas songs. I made a CD of you every year. I know that would really embarrass you, but I don't even think your mother knows about them. But no one can take that away from me. And no one ever can take that away from you. And always remember that your daddy loves you very much. And long after I'm gone, you can listen to this over and over again. That I love you more than anything in this world. And I haven't seen you for 2 years, and my love for you has not diminished one single bit. But in future videos, I'm going to have to read some stuff that is not going to put your mom in a good light. But I need to tell the truth, you know. I need to let people know what happened. Whether they are going to believe it or not, your mother had every chance in the world, and she still has a chance for me stopping posting these videos. And I would give her every opportunity. I've told her I would get on my hands and knees and beg her, please, to let me see you again, to let work me back into your life. But somehow she has committed herself to whatever stories she has told everyone. And I think she's terrified that she might be found out that she lied and unfortunately did some really bad things. So I'll leave it for now. I love you, and I hope you find these videos on YouTube. Bye.